Hey guys, I want you to meet somebody, and this is a big moment for me, and there's just somebody I want you to meet. This is her. This is her. Look at this. Guys, I got a Sony FX6, and we need to talk about it. We need to talk about a lot of things. But first, how's the audio sound? Because last week we weren't sounding too hot. This week I got a new mic. I put it on a different camera. It should sound good, and if it doesn't sound good, oh, I'm gonna be mad. Look at it. Okay, so I wasn't gonna do it. I wasn't gonna make the video. You guys have all seen an FX6 before. Why is mine different? So I'm not really focusing on this, but I wanted to, I'm just out here taking test shots because I have not. So my main goal was to just come out here, get shots with it, test it out, see how it looks, grade it, so on and so forth. And I was like, listen, I want to take you with me along with the process. Just now realizing that I sat in water and it's 30 degrees outside, so a little bit chilly. The FX6, that's here. Yes, we're gonna put it down for a second because I want to talk to you about something a little bit more important, a lot bit more important than just the camera. And that's a mindset that I have been fighting. Honestly, I've been fighting it since I started with it. I don't know if you want to call it imposter syndrome or humbleness or whatever the word for it is. For some reason, especially when I started young, I started photography when I was 13 years old. So very young, and people look at young kids that are photographers and they just look right past them. So that was a huge stigma that was over my head. And I think that might be partially the cause of the reason that all the time I will think lowly of myself and know that there's somebody else better out there and more qualified than I am. So instead of an opportunity arising and me jumping on it, I've been just like, I subtly just put it to the side. I don't say no, but I avoid it. You know, does that make sense? I don't think that I'm qualified enough for the job, whatever it is. So I've had about an hour out here with this FX6. I know, it's not much. But a lot of you guys have been asking me, why FX6? Why not Komodo? Why not C70? Why not the Ursa G2? And everything, after having 1 hour with this, the ergonomics and the form factor of this camera are absolutely everything is right where you need it, and Sony placed everything super great to the point where, you can move the grip to wherever you need to. All the custom function buttons I've noticed are in all of the perfect places, and there's plenty of them and plenty of options. A lot of people talk about the viewfinder being kind of subpar. I think for what it is, for having this super small form factor camera, it's so light. It's light, it's rigid. And for being the size it is, you can really tuck in close and watch it, and everything looks nice. So the reasoning that I picked the FX6 and switched over from Blackmagic to Sony or from Canon to Sony is because, the internal ND, that's obvious. The high ISO, the 12,800 dual base ISO, again, people say you don't need 12,800, but I think that it's so nice for when I'm in a lower light situation and I want to stop down the lens to about 4.5, 5.6, 6.3 and still have a lot of light to work with. So 12,800 is insane, the amount of quality. Looking at these shots, there's no grain, there's amazing sharpness, color accuracy, there's quality. And then the internal ND alone, yeah, I've got drop-in neutral density, I've got VNDs, I've got whatever I need, but just having it here and just stripping it down to this basic form factor, I didn't even think I needed it that much until I actually had it in my hands. And this isn't sponsored, Sony didn't send it to me, I paid for it. All of it. But with this mindset that I've given myself, there have been so many opportunities that come up where I don't say no to these opportunities. I get really excited, but then I start to get in my head no, this isn't right for me. I've never done it. And it's this weird feeling of I haven't done it, so I can't picture myself doing it. And then I just I ignore it a little bit. I push it off, I push it under the rug. And then eventually I just end up dropping the ball and it falls through. And I've realized that a lot lately. So then the toxic mindset starts to creep in because I'm not getting the desired work that I want to, because I'm letting it fall through the cracks. And I'm comparing with everybody else that I see, all these other projects and friends and just people that I see on social media, and I'm like, they're doing all of this stuff, but I'm not. That makes me not good and they're good. But it's because I don't think I'm good and I'm not getting the work. It's the weirdest catch-22. So if it's not a message for you, it's a message to myself to look back on this, to say, believe in yourself and change that mindset. If you're watching this and you're like agreeing with what I'm saying and you have that mindset of like, well, I'm just a kid, or I've only been doing this a year or 6 months or 1 month, I'm not good enough, I'm not there, jump on it. Seriously, jump on it, because the best people jump on these opportunities and they're so hungry to improve. I regret, and it's still a problem that I'm faced with every day, I regret turning these options or opportunities down because I don't think I'm good enough. So those are my words of wisdom, and I truly do believe this. And I'm really busy this week and I don't necessarily have time to put together a video, but I wanted to do something, and I want you guys to know this because it's something that I'm faced with all the time. Every month, every 2 months, I get a little bit better and then I plateau and then I feel this way, and I reminded myself that I'm not going to get better if I don't jump on these opportunities. So if you're watching this and you relate to it, just know that it's meant for you. Whatever the opportunity is, it's meant for you and it's supposed to be there, so jump on it. And if you go and you screw up and you ruin it, you learn. And then the next time you know. That's how we get better. And like I said, it's a message to myself because I need to hear that. And I hope you need to hear that.